Hi, and welcome to the Business of Being a Virtual Assistant. I'm your host, Tiffany Parson, and you're watching and listening. I'm so in the habit of saying this, y'all. I don't remember what episode, but we'll get caught up. I haven't gotten a chance to upload the podcast to um, Libsyn, which distributes it out to the different podcast platforms. I will get to that very soon. But anyway, in the meantime, I want to talk to you today about getting over the hump of what you're afraid of as it's related to your virtual assistant business. One thing about our businesses is that it reflects who we are, what's going on with us, and some of our shortcomings pop up to the surface because now everything is dependent on us. So, we're going to talk about your fear. I want you to know your client has the same concerns that you do. You're concerned about how we're going to work together. Are they going to be okay? Are they going to pay me? Are they going to do it right? Blah, blah, blah. And they're concerned as well. They're giving you their baby, their business, their project, and they want to know, are they going to do a great job? Do they know what they're doing? Do they, they say they can do this? Can they really do this? I'm going to pay them. Will I get what I expect? So both sides have a little fear that they bring to the table. It's like having to do a dance with a partner you don't know and a dance you don't know, but you guys are learning it together. So imagine you are, in a ballroom dance class and you're learning how to do, I think it's the merengue. I don't know how to do it. That's a name that's floating in my head right now as I talk to you. And you're learning how to do it. And they just randomly pick a partner for you from across the room, and you're going to get together and someone's going to show you how to do this dance, and you have to, do the dance with a new partner. You don't know, do they have two left feet or what's going to happen, but you, in a way, have to lean into the process and go with it. That's what you have to do when working with your virtual assistant clients. Lean into the process and go with it. The difference is you're not bringing in two left feet. You have the knowledge and the experience. You know what you're doing. It's just now you're doing this with a new partner. You know the merengue. You know how to do it, but you've never done it with this partner. That is, the nuance. So you are the one that can lead your partner. They're going to have, okay, I want to do it. I want you to do this, this, and this, but you're going to lead how it goes. The communication, the follow up, the status updates, all of that you lead. The deadline. What deadline do you set? A lot of times clients will leave it up to you to set a deadline because they don't know how long it takes. They may have, we really need it for this, something is going to launch or something's going on sale or coaching goes live or what have you. But other than that, you kind of decide when you can deliver what you're saying you can deliver based on what you're doing. You lead. To get over this nervousness that you may have, we have to go back into what it was like when we were kids. And I don't know if you were like me. I was not afraid of a lot of things as a kid. I don't remember being afraid of spiders or dogs or skating or riding my bike or swimming. There were things I didn't like to do, but I don't remember being afraid. Um, I wanted to try things. I wanted to experience things. And then I knew after that whether I liked it or not. I was just telling someone on my team, we recorded our live blog for our business, and we were talking about this. And I was telling her, as a kid, you would ride a bike, see a pine cone on the sidewalk that you're riding on, and aim for the pine cone. You want to go over the pine cone to see if you can destroy it. As an adult, are we going over the pine cone to see if we can destroy it? No. We are trying to avoid it at all costs. Because now we're aware of the danger. We're aware of the danger. Imagine you take your kid to a trampoline park. You're aware of all the dangers. People have broken all kinds of bones and necks at the trampoline park, but kids go and are thinking about the great time they're going to have. Whereas you may be like, okay, how am I going to keep them safe? I want to make sure they're okay. They are all fun, fun, fun. You're all being aware of the danger. We have to flip that for our business and focus on why we came. Kids go to the trampoline park to have fun. Why are we doing this anyway? Yes, we want to make money, but hopefully it's about more than money. Because if you're in this for the money, it's going to be a slow go. The reason being is because money is not a motivator no matter what you're doing. There will come a day where money is not enough to get you up and going. You really have to like what you're doing, or you really believe in the mission behind what you're doing. You don't have to love it, but you got to like it enough and believe in it enough. That will keep you going on the days when you want to just be like, forget this. If we focus on the reason we stepped into this in the first place, why are you even in the business of being a virtual assistant? Why are you thinking about being in the business of being a virtual assistant? You want to help people? Yes. There's a million other ways you can help people besides being a virtual assistant. So it's got to be deeper than I want to help people. Be more specific. You want to help them do what? Why do you want to help people? Keep asking why. People need help with their technology. I know how to do that. Okay, why? Why do you want to help people with their technology? Because you know how to do that. It's a way for me to be creative without having to draw. Why do you want to be creative without having to draw? I want to have an outlet that's fun, that has no limits, and allows me to be me. Why is this the place for all that? Because where else do you get to be creative, be an outside of the box thinker, have fun, make money, love what you're doing, and get feedback from the person that you're serving? All jobs, all tasks don't involve that. So you want to dig deep, dig deep, dig deep, dig deep. Keep going, because that is what's going to make you forget about what you're afraid of. Because if I'm focused on this is exciting, I get to learn something new, I get to meet a new person, I like their mission, they're helping different types of people, they're helping underprivileged, they're helping, kids go to college. I'm just trying to think of things really quickly off the top of my head. All of this, it causes you to no longer focus on yourself, but it causes you to focus on the other person, the actual service, the result at the end. When we're focused on the things out here, fear escapes. What am I afraid of? I'm helping you get started as a virtual assistant. I'm helping you take your virtual assistant business to the next level. I'm helping my client get to $1 million. I'm focusing on your mission. I'm helping you get more clients. I'm helping you be able to, your client be able to coach and serve their clients while I take care of all the things behind the scenes. You see how it makes it so that you don't even have time to think about what you're afraid of? You don't have time to think about that pine cone on the sidewalk. You don't have time to think about the fact that you can break your arm. No, you're focused on why are we even here in the first place? Some of you are supposed to be creating content. Some of you are like me, supposed to be creating more content. But you've been in your head too. You got to get out of here and into here, into the people that you want to help. Your reason doesn't have to meet anybody else's approval but you. What I challenge you is to dive deeper. Ask yourself again, well, why is that? 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 Keep going, 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 going till you can't go anymore. And you'll get to the root of why you're here. It's beyond money, because money won't be enough to, get you out of bed when it's cold. Money won't be enough when the client is really frustrating you and y'all are not seeing eye to eye, or the communication is off, or they add a new team member that you're not feeling so great about, or they want to use a new software that you're not feeling so great about. It won't be enough. And you've been around long about that, had to delete a few things off the iPad. But what I was saying is that you've been around long enough to know money is not a great motivator. So I want to know in the comments, what is something that you are going to work on this week to overcome whatever fear it is that you know you need to do. Sometimes we just have to close our eyes and jump feet first. What does that look like in real time as a virtual assistant? It means submit the proposal, send the RFP, focused on outside, external, not me, 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 me. Because remember, me starts thinking about how can this affect me. No, you want to know how can it affect the people out here. They're the ones that are going to get the results from the awesome service that you provide. So anyway, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for listening. You have a wonderful and fantastic day.